My name is Philip, KDZ Atkinson, and I come from New Jersey, tri-state area. And what do I do?
Yeah, so like, I'm an Injustice player.
I am an Injustice player. I play Injustice and League of Legends when I'm not playing Injustice. Well, I love the event. Ever since I first came here in 2009, I haven't missed a year. And I'm not going to miss a year. Even when I didn't really play the games that were here, I still enjoyed the event, I still enjoyed the atmosphere, and I'm gonna keep coming back. The car broke down on the way to the airport. I missed my flight. That was supposed to be yesterday, or not yesterday, on Friday night. They sent me onto another flight, which was gonna be at 4 p.m., past my pool time, so I couldn't take that flight. I had to instead buy a ticket right at the airport, one way, $500. So I bought one. Supposed to get here at 10 a.m. on Saturday. More than enough time for my 2 p.m. pools. But, lo and behold, it got canceled. So, I was on another flight, which arrived in the airport at 1:40. My match was at 2 o'clock. I walk in, they almost DQ'd me. He was about to cross my name out. So, I went from almost being DQ'd to never losing a match in the tournament. So, my hardest matchup is American Airlines. I prepared for EVO by going to every single major, local, and monthly regional that I could. The first major that I was able to win was Guts 2. I got third at CEO. I actually run a tournament every week, so I was able to place, at 8 in the break, I was able to place Injustice in there, so I play every week there. Yeah, I go to Next Level Battle Circuit when I can. It's an hour away, but that's another weekly that I can go to. And there are Connecticut tournaments like New Challengers, and there are Boston monthlies. I tried to go everywhere I could. Yes, I do. I work for IT for Johnson & Johnson, so nobody can tell you that you can't work a full-time career and still be good at these games. You don't need to play every minute of every day. All you have to do is have a thinking mind and trust your hands, trust your judgment, trust your instinct. Well, when I was a little kid, I was that kid that everyone knows if they've ever gone to an arcade who keeps putting his quarters up at the fighting games, even though he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to win. He's not learning. He's just losing over and over again. That was me. I did not know how to adapt. I just knew that if I continued playing, I would become stronger. But that tenacity caught the eye of a tournament player, and he brought me into the world. He taught me himself, and I started with Soul Calibur 4. Oh no, Soul Calibur 3. To be very honest, I got into the series because the person who pulled me into the fighting game scene was a player of Soul Calibur. So it precluded that I was gonna be a Soul Calibur player. Now, when Street Fighter 4 came out, I switched over to Street Fighter 4 because I loved competition. I love competition more than anything. I love it more than the games themselves. So any means to an end for a competition. Like I'm a tennis player. I also play League of Legends because it's very competitive. I really like the competition, and Street Fighter 4 in 2009 was it. Then you had Marvel, and now you have Injustice. Injustice to League of Legends and a full-time job. Where do you think there's time for anything else? Actually, I wasn't going to play Injustice because of how much time I play do the other things. But a player, Darth Arma, he is from New Jersey, and he told me in no uncertain terms, if I played Injustice, I will be the best in the world. And I didn't believe him. And eventually, one day I went over his house, I played the game. 2 hours later, I played my first tournament and I won it. So apparently this game fit me. And Superman's my favorite character, so it made me want to make him better. The donation drive happened because there was allocated money that was supposed to arrive to us in a certain time. It just might not have made it in time to us. So we held a donation drive just in case it didn't reach us in time. Turns out it did reach us in time, and we're in the middle of giving back the money to the players who were so gracious as to donate to us. Okay, Empire Arcadia. If anybody's ever seen the movie Jerry Maguire, Empire Arcadia and Triforce are my Jerry Maguire, and for all the players in the team or the group, it is almost like an agency, or you could even think of it as an outsourcing company if you want to think of it like that, whichever one's easier for you. What he does, he takes players in and he uses their skills to get sponsors for the players. He himself is not a sponsor, that's the difference. A sponsor would normally give you money himself for a result. He instead finds sponsors for you, which he's very, very good at. That's how I was able to make it here. Empire Arcadia has had my back whether or not I've been winning games. They picked me up when I was the best in the world at Soul Calibur 4. And for the last 2 years, when I wasn't doing so well, never did he even think about dropping me. Never did he think about trying to downplay me. He always believed in me. And now, the belief paid off. I'm now the champion of Injustice. 8 in the Break is one of the last standing arcades, old school arcades left in the US. It's been open for the last 28 years. The owner is Chris Cotty, and he keeps it open basically because he loves people and loves the scene. Like, I don't think there's any money left in arcades, and yet he still keeps it open, which shows how much he loves it. A lot of people go there for dancing games, for music-based games. That's generally the scene there. But on Tuesday nights, he allowed me to set up a tournament, 8 in the Break, which I started 5 years ago. He's known me since I was a little kid, since I was 10 years old, so he's known me for almost 20 years now. And the only reason why he lets me run the tournaments is out of the goodness of his heart, because because he likes me. Like, it doesn't get him any monetary gain. We don't have a house fee. We never have. We're the only tournament that never has a house fee. So he doesn't make any money off the tournament. He just lets me run it because it makes me happy, and I'll always be able to thank him for that. Well, there is another major coming up, VxG Games VxG. It's another major coming up in a week and a half. So that's my next stop. After that, there's a high likelihood of MLG picking up this game. And my favorite tournament in the whole world is MLG. I love the atmosphere there. I love the fact that I can watch League, I can watch StarCraft. It's pretty exciting, and that the professionalism they have, and of course the prize pools. I feel they give the players what they actually deserve. So other than EVO, MLG would be my next stop, as well as VxG.